Dave.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Over Coffee, our morning talk show on the Long Island Tabletop Streaming Network, where we talk games or just about anything else you want to chat about. My name is Game Master Dave, and I'm here with my co-hosts Rich, John, and Doug is not joining us today, but he will be here most days. Listen to us while you're getting ready for work. Chat with us in the chat room or send us any kind of feedback. We'd love to see you send a message in chat so you can completely derail our conversation. That would be great. And don't forget to hit that follow button if you are new to the channel. Just check us out so you don't miss future notifications of all Long Island tabletop great shows. We just had AJ last night. Art with AJ. I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to watch it a little bit later. So what have you guys been up to? Actually, we wanted to talk a little bit. Oh, and today is January 6th, the year 2021. The year of rebirth, renewal. I don't know what you want to call it. What do you want to call
Revitalization.
it? Revitalization. Okay. And we had a meeting last night.
Something.
It is something. That is true.
Something. We haven't thought of what we're going to call it yet, but we will, because it is not the apocalypse.
And therefore,
the year of the rebuild.
I'll take it.
The year of the rebuild is good, and that's why we need you in chat telling us what we should be doing here. What we got to be doing. So last night we had a meeting, over coffee meeting. We talked about a lot of different topics about trying to make the show even better and greater and bringing in guests. And Zynar has joined us. So
Apocalypse
he says the
plus
year
one.
plus one or just Apocalypse Plus?
Yeah, he said Apocalypse Plus. That'd be awesome.
I'll just put it in the notes. I'm changing the notes right now. Give me 10 seconds.
Though, if we follow standard naming convention, wouldn't it be Apocalypse Plus Plus?
I don't know.
Well, that's a program. It's a programmer thing.
It's a C++ kind of thing.
Yeah.
Apocalypse Plus. I'm writing it down.
So one of the things we talked about last night was that we will become only a little bit more structured, because I kind of like sometimes when we get off on a tangent or on a particular topic, but we want to become more structured because we want to bring more to the table. We are going to start working with our social media manager, because the Long Island Tabletop actually has one. Yes. And we are going to take advantage of it. But yes, you're right. It may be a few years until post-apocalypse. That's true.
Good point.
But we're at least starting one. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes. So that's what we want to do. And so, Dave, you want to go over some of the things that we talked about?
Sure. I don't. Let's see. Bring my spreadsheet. I do have it open. So let's see if we can quickly hit a couple topics. You just mentioned that we're going to be reaching out to the LI Retro social media stuff. We're going to try to do a couple collaborative things, which is looking forward to. We're thinking about making like segments, a little bit more segmented. So you guys that are interested in X instead of Z, can tune in halfway through the show if you want to, but we don't want you to miss half the show. There could be pure comedy gold happening at any moment. So let's see what else.
It's Hash Brown Cow is with us.
Hash Brown Cow.
I like that name.
Oh, we got a new one. Oh, there we go. Hello. It's Hash Brown. Oh, I thought you said that. See, the it's threw me off because I thought you were saying it's Hash Brown Cow instead of it's Hash Brown Cow. It's the whole name.
That's the whole name.
Yeah. Hello. Thanks for checking us out. Hit that follow button if you haven't done so already, so you don't miss notifications of all the great shows on Long Island Tabletop Streaming Network. Comedy Bronze is good too. Yes, I know that is true. All right. So what else did we cover? We actually we talked a little bit about should we cover politics in the show, and we just said, let's keep it light, but we shouldn't be afraid to cover any topic. I think that's what is important in today's day and age. As long as we, don't get mean and nasty, of course, towards each other.
Hash Brown Cow followed.
Thank you very much. We're working on music for our podcast or our internet radio show. Also, I think one of our better shows and got the most views was when we talked about game stores. We're all game store owners, or we were at one point.
That's right.
So we have some interesting insights about it. Talked about getting guests. Talked about
Or just idiotic insights, whatever. However you
that's
want to
true
see
too.
it.
That's true too.
Well, the reason why we said politics is not because what we don't want to do is we just don't want to tiptoe around it. We're not gonna
Right.
purposely go into a topic on politics, but we don't want to tiptoe around it. We all have opinions, and we are all pretty much neutrally minded, and we can understand. I mean, we've all been on the wrong side of a political issue before, and we don't hate each other. So
Right.
we like to hear. I think it's very important to talk about. I think it's very important to talk about the issues that are at hand, and we just made a decision that we're not going to be we're not going to back out of those conversations. We'll
Right.
we're not
I
going to
think
tiptoe
we
around
did.
it.
I think we did a couple times last year. So we did get into some political conversations, but we did back out a few times or didn't mention a few things. So,
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
We'll move
Yes,
forward.
we Hash Brown Cow. We are in America. We are on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Don't ask us why we decided to do it on this ungodly morning. Don't ask us why John is eating Kix for breakfast. That is the worst cereal in the world. I don't care. I know we've talked about this.
It's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
It is. There's the only.
It's not overly sugary.
Your brain is not overly sugary. Maybe it should be.
Oh yeah. Oh, so Hash Brown Cow is actually in Australia. That's really neat. Yeah. So you're going to get some interesting American insights on this show. I guess we'll figure that out. So yeah. So I'm glad you hit the follow button. So when we pop up on your follow channel screen and we're live, check us out. We've got several different shows that go on here too. So we've got some role playing games. We've got a Watching Paint Dry is a painting show by one of our co-hosts, Doug. We have basically D&D, which is a first edition D&D show run by Rich, who is right here, and there's other shows too. So, we've got John, who you see on screen. He does a world salad show, which is really interesting. It's like world building. We're planning on turning it into maybe like module support or dungeon master support. That hey, you could go to this show when
Right.
John talked about like designing an inn for your role playing games and stuff like that. And so we're getting better organized. We're getting better views, and we're super excited about 2021.
Quick couple of announcements. There was Super Show, our app game development. We had a meeting on Monday about it, Monday night, and it looks like by mid February to the end of February, we will have a working player verse environment set up. So the code will be working. We'll be able to put it out there and have people start testing it and really banging away at it.
Great.
We met with the owner of SRG. We met with Steve Resk, and he said that if that's the case, then it looks like the middle of this year we'll go to Kickstarter with it, which would be awesome to finally get this game out. It was completely underestimated, and we completely completely underestimated the complexity. However, we've overcome those problems, including personnel problems with people just leaving.
Yeah,
I had to learn a whole new computer language for it,
that
but
happens.
it was good. It's good. It's feeling good. The reason why one of the major reasons why we're going to go to Kickstarter is because we don't have the animation skills. We are coders. We are developers, and we can put the art in if we have it. We can't make the art, so we're using static art to finish up the game, and then we're gonna bring somebody in. We're hoping to bring somebody in to do to put it together some animations for us, which is gonna be awesome.
All right, as you know, I've got earlier shifts now, so
Are you leaving?
I gotta cover the news real quick, and then I'm gonna switch over to my phone Zoom.
Do it.
All right, cool. So in the news from Tabletop Gaming News, I've got Renegade Game Studios has released a new free-to-download scenario for the Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid role-playing game. We talked about Power Rangers sometime in December on one of the shows. So they got a new thing, free download, Renegade Game Studios. Ares Games has announced that the Battlestar Galactica Starship Battles game, I didn't even know it existed without having the game store anymore, I mean, Battlestar Galactica is a fantastic board game, but I've never played the Starship Battles. But Ares Games says it's coming to the end at the end of. It's actually already finished. The license agreement has not been renewed, and therefore the game is at an end. So if you really like Battlestar Galactica Starship Battles, maybe you want to go out and buy more ships on the super cheap. There's a strange thing happening in Gulf Haven, and it seems like the adults are either complicit or oblivious to it all. So it's up to the small teens population to figure it out. That's what's happening in the Monster Hunters Club, now available from Savage Worlds game system. So if you play Savage Worlds, I guess. What do you think? That's got to be a takeoff on what's the show? The TV show that was super popular.
Stranger Things.
Yeah, Stranger Things. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's a new setting almost. Well, not new setting.
Yeah, it's like,
how they have like different dressings, like like we were just talking about the other day, Deadlands and
Yeah.
Whatever the superhero one is.
From Dice Tower News, I've got Pegasus Spiel has announced Spy Connection, a family game of international espionage. 2 to 4 players will deploy their networks to spy across Europe to complete missions. The first player to complete 7 missions wins the game. Players have a limited number of agents, so expanding in one direction may require pulling back from another area. Additionally, players will balance returning spies to their headquarters to prepare new missions. But what I thought was interesting about this, it says a family game of international espionage. It doesn't seem like as many board games.
Hey, families like to spy on families.
I guess so. Now I've got some 2 quick other bits here. One of the things we had in the meeting last night was that some of us will be talking about very specific. We're going to sort of drill down, and we've chosen something that we really like, and we're going to sort of give like a 10-second clip in some shows coming up. So we got one from George R.R. Martin. Now, I don't know if John has the email open or not. I can read it for him, but we have an update from George R.R. Martin's Twitter page.
You mean the George R.R. Watching?
Yeah, the George R.R. Watching is what it is. So here's a new segment for you, George R.R. Watching.
Is anything that's not related to the new book? Because the idea is just like, he's got a lot of free time on his hands, and we still don't have that last book.
Yeah. So you want me to read this real quick? What the tweet was?
Mm-hmm.
Well, so for those of us who aren't watching and that can hear, John is actively eating his disgusting Kix cereal. Go ahead, Dave. Dave, go before he can say anything. Go.
Yeah.
It's a Raisin Bran, all right? And I think Kix is better than Raisin Bran.
No.
Well, here we go. From George R.R. Watchin. It's Tor. This is straight from his tweet. Tor is set to release Deuces Down in hardcover. This is one of our new old reissues, which will have new original stories from Caroline Spector, Marianne Moharaj, and Kerry Vaughn. I believe he was the editor on this, so he's not doing any Game of Thrones stuff. He's just editing right now. So, and then actually we have something that Rich is interested in. Rich, did you want to read it, or you want me to read it for you from Brandon Sanderson?
I can read it. I'm just getting back to Hash Brown Cow. Hash Brown Cow is off to bed, and says he will join us on Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Awesome.
Or he said tomorrow. I just wanted to make sure that he said tomorrow. But Hash Brown Cow, Zynar. Oh, geez, Zynar. Sorry.
Zynar likes Kix.
God.
I had a new cereal this morning. I've never had it before. I'll tell you about it another time.
All right. So one of the things we've talked about, like Dave just said, is to bring you in updates on certain things as we go, because we are a gaming show. We're gaming centric and fantasy centric and other things, So Brandon Sanderson, the reason why I picked that is because, as we know, Amazon is starting to put together the Wheel of Time. Brandon Sanderson finished the Wheel of Time for Robert Jordan after he passed away. He finished up the books. So Brandon Sanderson's one of our topics. Brandon Sanderson has put out a book series called Skyward. Now, Skyward is a... if you don't know Brandon Sanderson, he is a New York Times best-selling author of the Reckoner series, the Stormlight Archive, and internationally best-selling Mistborn series. This Skyward is a series of a girl who dreams of becoming a pilot in a dangerous world at war with an alien race called the Krell. I've read this. I read the first two books in this series, and the first two books were basically this race of the last race of humans to their knowledge is trapped on a planet, and the planet whenever they try to leave the planet, they're attacked by one these floating islands in space, which are left from a previous civilization that they're trying to figure out, and then the Krell. So eventually they figure out how to get onto the platforms and start to control them, but they haven't figured out how to defeat the Krell. And then it goes into a deeper mystery in book 2 and stuff like that. And I'm not going to give any of that away. So Brandon Sanderson is apparently working on a Skyward 3. I was not expecting it this soon, but he's 95% complete. And I'm hoping that so one of the things in this book is that this girl finds an AI ship. AIs are banned. They're not allowed because there was issues with it, being warlike and stuff like that. And again, not going to spoil it, but she finds a ship with an AI, and in the second book they become separated, and it's a real cliffhanger, to be honest with you. So I'm hoping I can't wait to see what book 3 is. So he's 95% complete. BrandonSanderson.com. He has the status of all the books that he's working on and all the projects right on his website. In general, there's about 2 books a year from Brandon Sanderson. So if you're looking for something good, by all means. I've read most of his series. Mistborn was just outrageous. The first series, some people weren't that keen on, but the second series is very good. It takes place 400 years later than the first series, and it's more of a Western style, which is very interesting. The Reckoner series, I can't recommend enough. It's a superhero series of books.
With a villains one or whatever. Or...
It's a superhero series of books where the heroes are the ones that didn't become superheroes. Those with superpowers are mostly evil. So it's a pretty interesting take on superhero novels. I won't get too much into Stormlight Archives. I'm only about 3 books in, and I have to get back to it. I'm in the middle of other series right now. But anyway, that's it. Moving on. What do we got next, Dave?
I was probably getting ready for work, so you might not be there. Anything from last night, topic-wise?
Yeah, whatever topic you guys want to talk about.
Oh, well, we're not going to talk about pinball again, are we?
I mean, we could. Like, I saw the Led Zeppelin pinball machine. Yeah, a lot of people are just not happy with the art one.
John, you keep going in and out. It's as if you're not even close to your mic. It's weird.
I have my headset on, so it's like, hold on, let me switch back off to it. But, I had one of my headsets die in the middle of the stream.
You had one of your headsets die in the middle of your Kick cereal? Probably a good death for it.
The point I was saying is that I know that we were talking about challenges last night.
Oh, I think it should be a Friday challenge. I think on Friday you should challenge Doug.
Well, let me tell you what I'm planning on challenging this week. Completely. So I'm a big fan of video games. I like old and new ones, but I acknowledge that a lot of old games haven't held up as well. Like, not to say that, like, the problem is as, we get more complexity in games and things like that, part of the issue is that, like, going back to the older ones, even though they still hold up to a degree, there is, at some point, it's like law of diminishing return. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, I like Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3 on the NES, but I've also played them for the last 33 years, and they're never any different. It's the same thing. You just run from left to right. Like, they're good, and, you can, try to speed run them and try to improve challenges, but they're still the same game. So I was thinking about, trying to find some games from back in the day and just see, challenge somebody to play them, and, whether you think they hold up or not. Or just be like, I'm going to try to find, what I think is a game that still is really good, see if you agree after playing it.
Okay. So John is now brushing his teeth. Now he's about to spit right in the middle of a conversation.
No, I was taking my fish oil. I haven't brushed my teeth
Yeah,
yet.
we can't really understand you too much, John.
Fish oil pills.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'll disconnect my Bluetooth.
How many fish do you think they need to squeeze to get enough oil for the pills?
I have no idea.
That's so much better, John.
I just, like I said, I turned my headphones off.
Yeah, that is so much better. Don't do the headphones.
No, it's like, it's usually I use the left one, and unfortunately, like this morning, the left one died on me, but the right one didn't, so. But no, the thing I was saying is that, yeah, I'm gonna challenge Doug to a video game challenge over the weekend to see if stuff still holds up.
So here's what I think. And this is good, John. I think that you should put the challenge out on Friday, and they have until the following Friday to finish it. And then they can.
I mean, like, some of those games aren't that long to beat. I mean, I guess, well, also it's a matter of, like, they have to get a hold of it, too, is the problem.
Yes, yeah, it gives us some time. No, each challenge can be different, right? But then every Friday, somebody will challenge, and it'll rotate. Or we could put the challenge out there and see if somebody wants to take it instead of just picking a person. That's also interesting. Oh, we got to play with it. I like the idea.
All right, now you gotta talk, and now I'm brushing my teeth.
Oh, great. So Dave has abandoned us to go to work. Doug has abandoned us because he's not feeling well. But let me tell you what happened to Doug. Doug was in our meeting last night, and Doug was painting. So I don't believe he's sick. I believe what happened is he stayed up too late painting, or he sniffed too much fumes and maybe he is sick. One of the two. That's what I think happened. I'm a conspiracy theorist. He may just be sick, but you know what? I'm not going to buy it.
I think you're right. We were talking about it earlier before the show that he probably ended up painting about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and he probably wasn't even paying attention. He was like, "Oh, I'm going to finish this." Yeah, I was like, "Oh my God, I'm never going to wake up for over coffee. I'll just tell him I'm sick." Come on. But you know what? No fairness, we've all been in the same situation.
Right. Hey, I know I'm about to get in the car. I'm going to lose connection for a minute. I know you might end the show. I just wanted to mention tonight on Long Island Tabletop Streaming Network will be my show at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are talking about Outer Rim, Star Wars Outer Rim tonight. So check it out right here.
What is Star Wars Outer Rims? I haven't heard of that.
It is a sort of a pick up and carry kind of board game. So you go around and run missions, but you got to find agents. You got to pick up cargo. You're trying to score victory points by traveling around, avoiding the Imperial entanglements and a whole bunch of stuff. It's really neat. Come check it out at 10 o'clock. You can get a quick overview.
Very cool. I will we'll get you all set up, and it will be on this channel. Thank goodness.
I actually, funny enough, when we're talking about challenges, I still have to find something for my buddy Dan that I'm gonna basically like get him to watch or read. Because again, we've been trying to find stuff so we have something shared to talk about when we do our gaming on the weekends. So I gotta find I gotta figure out what show on Netflix or YouTube or whatever that I'm gonna throw down, so this way we have something to talk about.
Make him watch Charmed.
No, I would not do that to my worst enemy.
Oh, come on.
It is. Look, I used to get ready for college, and as a result, like there'd be a lot of stuff that they syndicated on TNT that I'd watch in the morning, and just whatever was on. And like, look, I'll defend certain shows. Like I think Angel was pretty good. I don't know if it still holds up or not, but I just remember like, hey, this is not the worst show. Whenever I was either home or whenever it was on, I could not stand Charmed. I just think it was just obnoxious characters being jerks.
Okay. Fine. I thought that then you're not even challenging anybody. You're just saying stuff.
No, I'm not challenging. As I have to figure out like finding a show on Netflix and getting Dan to watch it, or picking something to start from episode 1 and going from there.
Okay.
It's funny enough in that there was a comic series or manga, to be more specific, that I introduced Dan to. And the problem is that it just wrapped up its first quote unquote arc. We thought it was actually going to be ending, but apparently they announced, oh no, I'm going to be doing more. I'm just taking a bit of a hiatus. So now I have to find something new to get him to, get into, so we have something to talk about.
Okay.
The problem is a lot of that stuff is a 50-50 toss-up. So.
And like I said, I just started watching Firefly again.
But that's only like 10 episodes.
14 episodes, Jonathan. All right, how about Fear the Walking Dead?
I'm not a big, because I got burnt out on The Walking Dead. Hold on. I'll see you guys later.
Fear the Walking Dead is different.
Oh, I get that, but I just think in general, I felt like The Walking Dead started really good and then kind of got pretty, not necessarily formulaic, but
You said formulaic. Oh, and I guess we could start talking about. Oh, we're gonna wrap up here anyway. But one of the things that we should also start giving updates on, and we'll get it on our list is no, hold on. Left 4 Dead 3, which is dubbed Back 4 Blood. Although we all know it's Left 4 Dead. We've learned a lot about how some of the mechanics are going to work, and it looks pretty awesome. And I can't wait for
I saw the card challenge system where it's
Yeah.
each round you have these modifiers, positive and negative.
Yep.
And you have to select them out. I'm a little bit concerned about that because that kind of I like the idea. I'm hoping they don't throw in any free to play elements or any monetization stuff, because that could easily sour the whole experience. But
I don't know. I think they will. I think they will, but you know what? I don't think it's going to be. From what we've seen, we can't know what they're going to do with that. But from what we've seen, it still looks pretty cool. The gameplay looks good, and it doesn't look like, because there's 2 sets of cards, right? There's your cards, and then there's the board. There's board cards. All right, so we're not going to talk about that tonight, John, but definitely I want to talk about it, because when that comes out, we're going to be streaming it. My group is going to stream it because we have a Saturday night thing, and we played GTFO this past weekend, and we did amazing. If we're going to start, if my group is going to start doing that more regularly, then I will start streaming that again. We just hadn't been doing any video games because what do you do when no one's around? Because GTFO, you needed 4, and we didn't always have 4.
I'm also I've been playing a couple of different games online, and I get different things out of each of them. But my thing is that I missed something that does what Left 4 Dead did, in the sense. Hey, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
It flipped over to the cost. That's all I want to make sure. It went from the idea of, okay, you have these long connected stages, with certain thematic set pieces and things like that, and you've got guns and all that stuff, and you kind of go from one end to the other. I like that. I mean, I tried Vermintide, Warhammer Vermintide, which was
it's good, but not that good.
Well, it's not that it's not that good. It's different because it's melee focused, so the entire dynamic of it is very different.
Yeah.
I like that they have a lot more stages and they do a lot more stuff with them. But because the thing about Left 4 Dead is that Left 4 Dead was great, but all in all, it only had at most, even with the second game, if you combine the 2 of them, 10 stages.
Yeah.
Because each one had 4 campaigns, and then there was usually 1 DLC campaign, but they were typically very small.
Yeah.
So all in all, you can only go through it so many times, and once you kind of beat it once, that's it.
Yeah, I think so. We'll talk about this in another show, John. It is now 7:00, and what I'd like to do is I would like to thank everybody who joined us this morning, and from me, Dave, John. This is we hope to see you back Friday, and we hope that this is the beginning of doing more and more with us in this channel. So thank you very much for joining us. We joined Dave tonight on his show. I forget what Dave calls it. Dave, what do you call it?
I just call it Game Master Dave's live show.
Okay, Game Master Dave's live show on this channel at
Very
9
original.
at 9 p.m.
10 p.m. Eastern.
At 10 p.m. It's late. I will be actually Wednesday night. I'll be awake.
It's only like 20 minutes.
Yeah, you keep saying that. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's all good. It's all good. So we will see you
Also,
tonight.
tomorrow we got Doug's.
And tomorrow night we have Watching Paint Dry. Thank you, John. I forgot about that.
What time is that at Eastern time?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Okay.
Yes. So that'll be good.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. That's it. We're good, people.
All right. Thanks again. Thanks again for joining us. We really appreciate it. Looking forward to great stuff, as Rich just said. And so with that, I don't have my coffee anymore. So good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.